Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to share a quick testimony about how God saved my son. God has blessed me with three wonderful boys, and being a mother has been both a rewarding and a scary experience for me personally at the same time. One of the reasons why I say rewarding, you get to see the child grow from infanthood up all the way to adulthood and everything in between. And to me, that's just such a rewarding experience for a mother to see your child go through the developmental stages. The reason why I say it is also a scary experience at the same time is that we have to now let that baby that we once carry, who have now become an adult, go into a world that seems so chaotic, hoping that they will make the right decisions. Of course, they're going to make mistakes, but we trust that they will keep the same values that we taught them over the years and make wise choices along the way. I remember one day I woke up from a nap, and sometimes when you wake up from a nap, you're a bit disoriented. You're not really fully awake. And I didn't expect all three of them to be in the room at the same time. And I opened my eyes slowly and I saw three young men walking around in the room. And immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm being invaded. Who's in this room? And when I really came to myself, I fully opened my eyes, and I realized it was my boys. I'm like, oh my goodness, I just started laughing. After my boys became teenagers, I realized that it was going to be a challenge for me because I'm a single mother, and if you're a mother, you know very well the challenges that comes with raising teenage boys as a single mother. And we also hear what happens on the news, young men losing their lives through senseless acts of violence. And I did not want to take a chance with my boys. I made it priority in prayer. Each time I prayed, I would ask God to protect them, cover them for me when they left the house, when they were on their way back home. At times, I would even fast. One day, I woke up and I felt a strong urge in my spirit to pray for one of my sons, actually to fast, to go into a 3-day fast for one of my sons. And I didn't know why I had to go into a 3-day fast, because usually when I go into a fast, I want to know why I'm fasting. What is the reason for the fast? But I knew it was not just me thinking that I needed to go into a fast. I knew that it was God telling me that I needed to go into a fast. So what I did, I went into prayer and I asked God to show me, why do you want me to fast for 3 days? What is the reason for the fast? That following night, I had a dream. I saw my son running towards an individual that's deceased. That individual is no longer alive. Running towards the individual, it is as if my son went to where this individual was and he was welcoming my son. And when I woke up from the dream, I said to myself, no, this is not a good dream, because why is my son hugging a person who is no longer alive? What connection, what relation does the dead have with the living? And I said, that's not a good sign. I needed to pray. I needed to pray for my son. So I decided to go into the fast because I felt it was necessary and my son was in potential danger. And I went into a 3-day fast. I believe it was a 3-day fast with just water. At the end of the fast, nothing happened right away. Everything was fine. My son was fine. And one day, my son called me and said, Mom, guess what happened? On my way home from work last night, a young man approached me, and I didn't know why he approached me. And he put a weapon to my head, a firearm to my head. And I stood there shaking. And he said, "Mom, I thought I was gone. I thought I was not going to come out of this alive." He held the firearm to my head for a good while, threatening to pull the trigger. He said, "Mom, I thought I was gone." But he said he did not pull the trigger. When my son shared that with me, I realized that the dream that I had was God showing me that my son was going to lose his life, and I needed to fast and pray. And I thank God that I did fast and prayed, and that's why my son is still here today. And I'm very grateful that I didn't lose my son. Maybe you're a mother watching this video and you have sons and daughters, even if they're adult and they're all grown up and they have left your home. Always make it a priority to pray for your children. In the state that this world is in today, you really can't just leave it to chance. And pray for your husband, pray for your wife, pray for your family members, your friends, your loved ones, that God will protect them during these chaotic times. And that was my message for today. I pray that this testimony inspired you or encouraged you to pray for your loved ones, that God will continue to guide them and protect them during these times of chaos. Thanks for watching.